Well, all right. This is On the Sevens with Pypheus B. Metatron. I am Pypheus B. Metatron. I'm your hostess with the mostest. And it is good to be me today. It's good to be me every day, but today especially, it is good to be me. Today we are going to wrap up our uh, beginnings of uh, mastered self numerology. 1 through 9 is just the beginning. But today we're going to wrap that up with the number 9. Uh, so if you have first, middle, your full name breaks down to a 9, your soul journey or your destiny is a 9, your soul's urges or your heart is a 9, or your soul energy or your birth force is a 9, or if you have a 9 personality, or if you're born on the 9. Today is all about you. I am born on the 9. So this is definitely something that is a inherent theme for me. So the 1 says let's have the cookout. The 2 go gets everything for the cookout. The 3 jumps in the kitchen and makes up some beautiful art. The 4 has the house and the table and the plates and the dishes and everything. The 5 brings the party favors and their beautiful meal. The 7 comes to give some spirituality and order to it, comes to preach and police. The 8 comes to expand everything and tell everybody where to go and what to do. And the 9 makes sure that everybody has a great time, and that not only does everybody leave with a plate or two, that anybody else in the neighborhood, they can get a plate as well. That is what the 9 is. The 9s are the kings and queens of compassion, endings, and completions. In their chart have gone through a lot from a very young age, a lot of endings, a lot of completions, a lot of graduations and ascension steps for the 9. The 9 is the end of the road. It's the end of the cycle. It's completion. It's we start back over at 1 again. So the 9 has all of the numbers experience wrapped up into it. So
Can
the
I say
9,
something?
absolutely,
I felt like before I was 9 years old or 10 years old, I had lived a complete life.
absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely, absolutely. I felt that as well. 1 to 7 was 1, 8 to 16. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm on, like, I'm getting close to number 8 or 9, something like that. And each cycle is a new life for the 9, because the 9, for every ending, there's a new beginning, and the 9s understand that at the soul core level, that for every ending, endings don't mean I'm done with you. It just means I'm done with you like this, and we can begin anew. It took me a while, and this came with maturity, but it took a while for me to understand that just because something was ending, it just meant that it was ending in the way and the vibration that it was in. It didn't mean that the two of you or the situation necessarily had to bust up or end. It is a graduation. Then you start looking at things as graduations and completions, and maybe not so much as endings. So today we're dealing with the number 9. Letters that correspond with the number 9 in our alphabet are the letters I and R. Going to give you guys a secret. When you see people with the letters I and R in their name, they are universal in their in their attractions. So what I mean by that, they are the ones who will more than likely not be hung up on dating according to a racial thing or a skin color thing. I's and R's, especially if it's two of each, or two or one, or two of them in one name. Yeah, yeah, they are curious. Yeah, the nines are. If we had a catch word for them, the nines are grace personified. Most nines, not in a hurry. Most nines kind of got a cool, kind of aloof demeanor. Most nines take a whole lot to tip them over, get them upset. Uh, However, when you upset a nine, it's the end. That's it. Yeah, because they're the end of the road. So let's get into some of the keywords for the nine. Uh, Perfection, and not in the meticulous sense where everything is 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 according to plan, but perfection in the sense of completeness, thorough is what this really meaning. Thorough, perfection, the completeness, uh, um, love and compassion uh, flood out from the nine and flood to the nine. However, the nine is very reluctant in receiving love, real reluctant. Not that they don't, but they real reluctant in the receiving portion. They give and give and give and give love and compassion. However, receiving can be kind of difficult for them sometimes. The nine is has foresight, uh, uh, can see things not only in the big picture but in the big future picture. Tremendous foresight for things. With that foresight, the nine is easily impressed, easily swayed, can got a big, nice, fancy presentation, the nine will be all in for it. Easily impressed. If you, especially if it's got something to do with civilization or humanity. Yep, yep. You got the nine by the nose. Got them by the nose. Charity. The nine will give you their last and not even worry about it, because the nine knows that as it goes out, it comes back in. And the nine is the fullness of the cycle. So the nine knows, yeah, I'll give it away. Boom, it comes right back. It's out, in, out, in, out, in. Um, Nines are definitely detached personally, and nines get a bad rap. And I want to give a public service announcement for all of us nines out there. It's not that we don't want to be bothered, it's that we don't want to be bothered. And because we got all of the other numbers wrapped up into us, yeah,
Can
we
I say
good.
something?
Absolutely, please.
No, I was just laughing because you said it's not that the nines don't want to be bothered. And I said, yes, yes, it is. We don't want to be bothered. And you just repeated what I just said,
Yeah,
because that is absolutely true. We do not want to be bothered.
not at all.
And it ain't
Not,
personal.
and that's what I was getting ready to say. I don't want the rest of the world to take it personal when the nine gives you that, because it's not at you. It's everybody. Is equal. The nine is equal opportunity with that. The nine really just wants to sit back and watch everybody else play out their number vibration, and then everybody comes and gets everything they need from the 9, and then they leave and go home. That's what the 9 really, really wants. So that's why the 9 is always aloof and standoffish sometimes, and seemingly not paying attention. It's because they really just prefer to y'all just do your thing. Go ahead. With that though, the 9 is really all about the brotherhood. Without the other numbers, the 9 would be lost. Without people, the 9 is the 9 is alone. Yet the paradox of the 9 needs the people to feel fulfilled, but don't like the people. They don't even want to be around the people.
Can I say this? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, because I'm a 9. That's my name. Estelle Patrice Kane adds up to a 9. But I just want to say this: the 9s don't like the fanfare.
Yeah.
It's like we're here for the cause, but we don't want the fanfare.
We don't want no fanfare.
And the fact is, yeah, it's like if you got to go amongst the people, okay, but like you really don't want to go amongst the people.
Right. We really don't see. The 9 is cool with this Zoom digital meeting shit. Yeah, the 9 is real cool with that, because now I get all of you, but I'm sitting in here by myself. Yeah, I'm really comfortable with this, and most 9s and 7s really are comfortable with this. The 9s are full of forgivingness. They just forgive and forgive and forgive, and because the 9 knows that it does no good to hold grudges, and the 9 really forgives themselves over and over again. It's not really the other person, it's you're forgiving yourself for doing it again, for being so benevolent, philanthropic. 9s are very artistic, both sculpting and painting and in the written word. 9s live by divine standards. They are attracted to money because they are the end of the cycle, and they are all cycles wrapped up into one. 9s know that as they give, they shall receive triple fold. It's just hard sometimes for the 9 to give. My advice to everybody with a 9 in their path or in their chart or in their numbers: do not ever loan any money, because you never get it back. Whenever we loan anything, we never get that back, ever. So if you're a 9, give what you can stand not to receive back. That's just how it goes for us. 9s have dramatic talent. You find a lot of 9s in the theater, Broadway, and I'll get into that when I get into the vocation. 9s can't get wrapped up too much in themselves. They are jacks of all trades. They know a little bit about everything. They really can get focused in on their own personal interests like no other number. The 9 can beat the 1 at that, because the 1 takes off running and peters out. The 3 does its creation and then got to sit and wait for the next thing to come. The 7 is up in his head, so 7 ain't even. 5 is here for the experience. The 9 is the mature one that can take its time, so it can get into its personal interests like no other number can. The 9 is subject to impulsive actions that they'll take no blame for. They're the kings of it. Is what it is. What? Or what? No blame. They'll take no blame, and they'll do some devastation. Like I said, when you think of a 9, you have to know that they are the end. So yeah, the 9 will do some shit and be like, nah, I'm not doing that. 9s are very changeable and have a lot of changeableness in love, because their whole life has been nothing but endings, completions, and graduations and ascensions. So it doesn't mean that they aren't faithful and loyal lovers and companions. They are. They just change up on you. A lot of times the partner don't even know that the 9 then changed up on them. Because the 9 will change back. You might get 3 or 4 different changes in a day from the 9. You just might, just depending upon what's going on and what they got going on in their life. 9s are very possessive. What's theirs is theirs, and what's yours, if you're in a relationship with them, is theirs too. Very possessive. The evolved 9 learns how to unball their fists, and how to allow things to possess themselves. Ownership. Yeah, the 9 is serious about ownership. When there is esteem issues with the 9, they demand approval and appreciation. They just have one big old. You think a 5 could have a tantrum? You ain't seen a tantrum until a 9 has one. A 9 would tear some shit up. A 9 is like a tornado. And again, even on their best days, the 9 very moody, and always can lean towards the depression side. Very easy for a 9 to lean into depression. Very, very easy, because they deal with so much shit that just comes to an end, and they see it, they feel it. We feel every ending. We lament them. So yeah, they get moody and can kind of tend to the depressive side. Yes, Victorious.
9s tend to see the dark side that most people tend to ignore.
Absolutely.
They don't want to see it. They don't want to. And I'm wondering, do the 9s like really relate to the Scorpion energy?
Yes, they do.
I already know my answer, so yeah.
Yes,
But
they
not there, yeah.
definitely do. Definitely
Yeah.
do. When they get stuck in their moodiness and their depression, they fail to use their talents for the good. And like I said, the 9 is the end. So if anybody is on the wrong side, you don't want to come up against a low level vibrating number 9, because they will punch your ticket. Yeah, they don't have time to play. They just don't have time to play. And when they're moody and when they're depressed, it dissipates their higher force that is natural in a 9. The 9 is naturally a high force, but when they stay in moodiness or stay in depression, and they fail to use their talents for good, it's like a slow leak in your tire for the 9 of their higher force power. It just seeps out. 9s, I put careless with money, but it's more easy come, easy go with money. It's not, and there is a little carelessness with money. Sure. Because the 9 knows as long as they keep their grip on it, that's all they're going to have. 9 will take a risk with money. 9s normally don't worry about money. Not too much. They know that all they have to do is just change their inner attitude and money will come right to them. Because the money that chases the 8, after the 8 get enough, it just go right around them to us, to the 9. Comes right to us. It just that's how the cycle flows. And 9s deep in their soul, they yearn for and seek the easy life with the approval of others. Yeah, the 9 wants to chill. The 9 is the king and queen of Netflix and chill and smoke some weed early in the morning, take a sip around noon, and but they want everybody to approve of that for them. That's what the 9, because if not, then the 9 is gonna be like, okay, let me get on up and do something. And the 9 can easily get wrapped up in wrong habits. Very easily. Because the 9 wants to escape that inherent responsibility that's been heavy on them since they come out of the portal. Any questions, any comments?
Yeah, you hit all that right on the nose. Yep.
I have a question.
Yes, honeybee.
So I don't have any 9s in any of my core numbers, but when I do my name number, 9 shows up 5 times. How much of an influence would it have over somebody who doesn't have it in any of their core numbers, but it shows up multiple times?
If it's not in your core, however, it shows up in the secondary numbers, it will be like an extra piece of cheese on your cheeseburger. Yeah.
Okay.
Where it'll be a subtly you'll taste it, but you'll feel it more than you taste it. You understand what I mean? You'll feel that 9, and that 9 comes in handy for you. Even if it's not on a main number, that 9 is the end. And whenever you need an ending, a completion, or a graduation, wherever your 9 is, it comes through for you. It does.
Okay.
It does.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're gonna go on to the colors. I still have none of this color and have avoided this color in my wardrobe. However, red is a very good color. Red and carmine actually are very, very, very good colors for the 9. Lavender is a great color and a great essential oil and a great fragrance and scent for the number 9. Olive, I have plenty of olive in my wardrobe. I have since corporate America. I olive everything: shoes, hat, drawers, underwear, all of it. Everything was olive. Straw, and them tans, them off whites and straw, them light browns. I have plenty of that. And smoke, I have smoke and silver and grays in my wardrobe. Victorious, you got any of these colors in your wardrobe?
Yep. And one of my power colors was that smoky gray.
Absolutely.
And ironically, I actually felt very sexy in that smoky gray.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It really is a very powerful color for the 9. Red, I just never liked getting that attention. It brought a lot of attention. And I just never really took to that attention. But soft reds, I will wear a plum. I will wear, cherry. I wear, maroons and things like that, and the carmine. I'll wear that. So these are the colors of power for the 9.
Can I say something? Absolutely. I just want to ask you a question about this because like one of my power colors is black, right?
Yeah.
So I pulled a card for the day, and it told me specifically to wear black.
Okay.
And so I was actually I was a little baffled that like black didn't show up for a color for the number 9.
Well, the number 9 should never wear black.
Wear black?
Never.
Wow.
However, we all of us 9s have a lot of it in our wardrobe because it dulls us. The black color black. It
really does, though.
It dulls the 9. It does.
Because whenever I do wear other colors, it was interesting. You talked about the reds. And when I wear red, like it just
pops.
It's a whole other energy. And then because of my skin tone and my eye color and my natural red hair, it makes sense. Yeah,
it does. It really does. Yeah, the number 9 should never wear black. However, we have a lot of it in our wardrobes, and And you can pretty much uh, tell that the 9 is purposefully changing their attitude when they put on black. So the 9 does that on purpose.
I'm sorry, can I ask you one question? What color does black associate with the number? Is it
The 1 and the 7, yes.
okay? That
Yeah.
would make a whole lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right.
Any other questions? All right, all right. We'll get to the spiritual code and the divine inheritance. First off, the number 9 is an introverted number, thus the paradox of them needing people but not really wanting to be around them. The divine inheritance, the 9 is the beginning and the end. The end of something, and there's a new beginning right after that. So in the 9, their divine inheritance is they have an understanding of all beginnings and all endings, and that's their divine inheritance. Forgiveness is their divine inheritance. 9s are the ones that will just give you a pass, just keep giving you a pass, just yep. It's all right, dog. It's all right, dog. It's all right, dog. Yeah. Now the 9 will also, they don't forget. But yeah, they'll keep forgiving you. And the last part of their divine inheritance is the law and the principle of love. Their spiritual code, they are the divine humanitarian. If they have it, they'll give it. Even if it's important to them, the 9 will give it to you. If you could track the 9s, the stuff that 9s give to Goodwill in a thrift store, you could probably sell it again at the same price you bought it for. The 9s they give away really good shit. No trash. If it's trash to the 9, they'll throw it away. They're not gonna give that to anybody.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
I literally had stuff that I was getting ready to take to Goodwill, and before I even made it there, I gave it to my mom, or she came and looked at it, and she was like, "Girl, I know people that can use this." And so before I could even get it to Goodwill, everybody in her building that she ran across actually was able to use, because some of the stuff still had tags on it. So I'm not gonna put something in Goodwill that I don't think is going to be used. Yeah. So
Right.
you're absolutely right.
If
Yeah,
it's raggedy,
absolutely.
yeah, if it's
I'm just gonna, yeah.
I got a couple of t-shirts here that's kind of raggedy. I'm getting ready to cut me up some more masks.
Right. or
Make me
find
some
something
more
else to do
masks.
with it. Right.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do with it. I'm not gonna give it. I wouldn't give that to anybody. I would not. I wouldn't do that. And part of their spiritual code is endings, completions, graduations, and ascensions. Any questions, comments? Let's run to the expansion. 9s expand when promoting civilization. Anything to do with civilization and the brotherhood of man. Uh, uh, 9s also expand when they are educating. However, a lot of 9s are very reluctant to get up and teach. Very reluctant. Um, um, 9s expand when comforting and protecting mankind. 9s are the protectors of all of humanity, and the comforters. 9s are the ones that shit get bombed, and the 9s go in there and start rescuing people. And yeah, the 9s going to be the ones that's on guard duty and all of that. 9s expand when serving without personal motives and desires, when they're just going for the cause, when it has nothing at stake personally, and it's not fulfilling some personal desire for them. They truly expand. And think about this when I tell you the 9 is the fully evolved of all of the numbers. So when I talk about expansion for the 9, most 9s come in expanded. So they really take leaps and bounds when they do things without personal motives and or desires. because the nines are the end of the road, nines are very intolerant. However, they expand when they grow in tolerance. We have to grow in tolerance. Yeah, a few years ago, yeah, I'm much more tolerant now than I was when I was working in corporate America. Much more tolerant now. The things that tipped me over then, I just look at them and laugh now. Much more tolerant. And nines expand when understanding true service. Nines can get caught up in the philanthropy part of it, and in the big picture, because the nine is in charge of all of it, and then get caught up in that big picture view and forget, about the essence of true service. Forget about just getting there on the line and putting a scoop of food on somebody's plate. Some of the best things and best moments in my life was when I was down. I had a ministry on Skid Row, and I would be down there and I would be feeding the homeless, and I would be putting food on their plate. Some of the best feelings I ever had, some of the most fulfilling things that I've ever done was when I was serving, true service. They didn't care who I was and where I come from. They wanted that food, and I look at them, and if they look like they could stand more than the regular scoop, I give them a little bit more. I didn't care. Yeah, true. Nines really expand when they are understanding true service and when they're leaning into their true service nature. Any comments? Nope. Let's go to the life's work and the purpose. Hi, Jolene.
Hi, how are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just getting off of work. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry.
Hi, Jolene.
How's
Not
everybody
sorry.
doing? How y'all doing?
We good.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I have a funny story to tell y'all. So
Okay.
remember we were talking about 8? We were talking on Saturday, we were talking about 8, right?
Yeah.
And how 8s are so analytical, right?
Yeah.
And so as soon as we got off, I spoke to my daughter and she says, Mom, I am watching this animated show. It has 180 episodes, and I'm excited because I am on 159. Who in the world would have described a movie? I mean, who would describe such like that in numbers?
That sounds like more like 7 energy to me.
Nah, I don't know.
That sounds more like 7. If she could compartmentalize it like that, she know exactly which episode she's on. Yeah.
Analytical, okay? That's analytical, and that's opposite of me.
Well, you have some analytical capabilities. You're a 7, hun, and all of us 7s have a very analytical mind. That's why I'm saying sounds like 7 energy.
But I think it's more of a social science thing. She's numbers and measurement.
That's mathematics, right?
Yeah, she just
that's
goes
a 7.
that way.
That's a 7, honey.
Thank you. I was just gonna chime in on that. Yeah,
that's a
7s
7.
are definitely about numbers. Yeah, absolutely. Because they can sit back and observe numbers, symbols, and they can correlate anything.
And they can figure out patterns. And that's
that patterns that the average person don't see. Like it just comes so clear to them that most people be like, damn, I can't believe you saw that connection in that.
Yeah.
They make great artists too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But I thought I was a 7.
You are.
Okay, well, y'all lost me because I don't even think numbers like that.
Oh, well, just keep coming back, Jolene, and you'll think like this.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, you will. You will. Hi, Vanda. How are you? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. It's all right. It's all right. You figure it out, and we'll catch up. We'll catch up. All right.
Oh, am I unmuted?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got in. My phone is not working. My email's not synced. So I'm in. I see it. I'm jumping in.
I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right, all right. The life's work and the purpose work for the 9. Like I was beginning to talk to you earlier about the dramatic talent, anything in the theater, Broadway, community plays, any type of show person, MC, spokespersons, hosts of the TV shows and things like that. Yeah, that's the 9. Any type of theater, show person, or emotional performer, that's right up in the alley for the 9. Actors, actresses, painters, designers, architect, across any field, because again, the 9 has the experience of all the other numbers wrapped up into it, so they can put their knowledge to any focus of any personal interest. So across any type of architectural stage, designing stage, make really, 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 really good painters, really, really good painters. And any type of emotional acting, actor or actresses, yeah, they got really strong 9 energy, and that's really good for a 9. 9s are great at salvage and reclamation projects. So, and it could be their life's work. And what I mean by that is people throw stuff away all day long. And the 9 could run a salvage business where people will come and drop off their junk, and the 9 can go out and pick out all of the gems and reclamate them and refurbish them and sell them for much more than what the original price of it was. And the 9 will get people to just come out. The 9 will get people to pay to throw their junk away. And then they'll go pick through it and fix it up and sell it for double the price. That's a life work in a 9. Any type of salvage, any type of reclamation, any type of cabinetry, upholstery, anything dealing with beauty and the comfort of the home and or your car, as far as cabinetry and upholstery, and any type of fine art or high art repair. The 9 is very, very, they can restore paintings from fire damage. You got cracks in your crystal chandelier. Yeah, you bring a 9 in and they can fix all of that stuff for you. 9s are great lecturers, speakers, orators, religionists, and educators. However, the 9 prefers to educate on a larger scale. 9 don't really like to get in a classroom setting. The 9 is the one that will speak at Carnegie Hall, or speak with a packed house at Madison Square Garden, or speak at the Staples Center in LA, or speak at the Verizon Center, or Texas Stadium, somewhere like that. That's the size and the scope of what the 9 is willing and likes to do as an educator. Lawyer, or a surgeon, because of their thoroughness and because of their compassion, make great appeal lawyers and great surgeons that deal with the relief of pain and or suffering. Anything that's dealing any type of comfort or luxury business, the 9 it falls right in line with that, because the 9 is all about comfort and luxury. The 9 wants to be comfortable in the high class shit. The 9 seeks comfort in the penthouse. 9 don't want to be on the bottom floor. 9 wants the penthouse, but it might be walking around in some slides and basketball shorts and a tank top. But they want the penthouse though. They don't, they're not messing around. So any comfort or luxury businesses is a life's work and a purpose work for the 9. And any 9s are very adept at innovation and invention. So as an inventor, and 9s can compose some of the most elegant and beautiful symphonies and orchestras and and things like that. So composers and orchestra conductors, and most conductors are composers, uh, 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 and leaders of a huge band, uh, really fall in the line of a life's work and purpose work for the nine. Any comments, any questions?
Did you say a Libra? I'm sorry. Did you say a Libra?
Libra? No.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. So interpersonally, in a relationship, in a one-on-one work situation, in a coming and going situation, interpersonally, the nine is a very charming personality. Charm the pants off of you. Charm, yeah, can charm the armored car guys to give them the keys. Yep. Yeah. The nine is very charming. Hail fellow, hail lady, well met. Yes, that is the nine. The nine is very sympathetic. The nine is the one that will give the change out of the ashtray to the homeless dude. The nine is the one that will see a wreck and pull over and make sure everybody's okay, or call 911. Yeah, the nine is the one that will pay for the person's groceries that's a little short up in front of them. Yeah, that's the nine. Very sympathetic, very understanding. The nine is generally well liked. What really does it in relationships for the nine is their mood swings. The nine needs someone odd like them. Someone that either is here for the experience or needs their own solitude. The nine really only should be dealing with a 7 or a 5, because the mood swings in a 9 are so dramatic that
I was gonna say severe, but
okay. Yeah, they are dramatic. I mean, you go from ice coming out of the faucet to boiling water in like 2 seconds, and then ice again. It really throws off most people, and they don't understand that the 9 is just going through a full cycle. The 9 goes through a full cycle of shit. Just don't have 1 or 2 or 8 of them. It just goes through everything that fast. And the 9 will go suddenly silent on you. Total radio silence, just like nothing. It won't respond to a text, won't respond to a call, won't respond to an email, or like in my case, when I get sick, I just drop off the map. So this is for everybody that's on this call who's watching this live or watch a replay. When y'all don't see me online or on this class for 2 classes in a row, you know I'm sick. Reach out to me. Yes, Victorious.
so I have the same issue, and so sometimes I go through like these replays in my mind where I feel like I don't maintain relationships, but when I shut down, it's like it's a wrap, and then I'm not servicing until I'm ready to. But it's like a complete shutdown, and
total radio silence. I get it.
yeah.
Yep.
And I reach out to you. I remember you weren't online, but I was like, wait a minute. Well,
Yes, Vanda, you did. Yes, you
Hold
did.
up.
Jolene did too. Yes, you did.
Okay, because
Honeybee
I
did
know
too.
that you're
Yes,
steady on
Victorious
it.
did too. Sharon
Yes.
did too. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm just giving that disclaimer. Yeah, if I miss a Tuesday and a Thursday, yeah, reach out on
Okay.
Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reach out. Because
Thank
I'm
you.
not good at letting y'all know I'm sick, because I don't
Right.
be claiming all of that.
Claiming none of it. Right.
I go straight into recovery mode and getting this stuff
Right.
up out of me.
Right.
So yeah. The 9 can get lost in their dreams. It is a thing for the 9, because the 9 is really looking for anything that they can get away from the inherent responsibility that they feel and have felt since they've been born. Nines feel responsible for shit. And I know some of it is self-imposed, but a lot of it, we are very young and being responsible for some shit. So yeah, the nine can get caught, get lost in their dreams because looking to escape all that responsibility that's been heaped upon them. You know, most nines take care of their siblings when they're young, or take care of their parents or grandparents, or in a situation where grandparents is taking care of you, but you taking care of them too. Yeah, that happens a lot to a nine because nine is that old soul. Nine is the end. Nine is the completion. So yeah, the nine gets lost in their dreams because they're looking for that escape. Yes, Victoria, you had your hand up again?
I'm gonna shut up because you said again, but I'm gonna say this too. I will say this about my parents, like particularly my mother. My mother always felt like my child in this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Like the roles were reversed. Like
Absolutely.
I felt like I had to take care of her and my sibling.
Absolutely. I felt more like a brother to my mom than a son.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I felt like a mother to my mother
Absolutely.
in this lifetime. Yeah.
Absolutely. I get it. I get it. And no, you don't have to shut up. You use a nine. So I knew this was gonna light you up today. I knew it. I knew it. So nines, there's no nice way to say it. Nines are cold. They're cold. And their coldness is not a lack of love for someone else or something else. Just nines are just naturally cold. That's just how they roll. Nines are really cool, calm, collected, conservative, reserved, not in a hurry. They're just cold. And nines are distant. And again, distance has nothing to do with geography. Distance, nines are, they really are, you know, like an island by themselves. So they can be distant in a crowd of people. It's like the seven can be all by themselves in a crowd of people. The nine can be distant. The nine could be in the crowd and be somewhere totally different. Totally different. The nine does that all the time. That's their defense mechanism, and it actually saves for a lot of arguments and shit. The nine just will go somewhere in their head, just be like, boop, I'm out. And to be right here, just be right here, but boop, be in Belize some damn where, or at the gym somewhere, or playing ball, or wherever. Wherever. The nine is very imaginative. Yes, Vanda.
I was just saying, it sounds just like me, but I haven't been in classes and stuff. So I'm, you know, I've been just getting back from California, but I'll try and catch up and see it because it
It's
sounds
all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Mhm.
The nine loves home. The nine, it would be a hard fight to judge to see who loves home more than the 4, the 7, and the 9. It would be hard to see who loves it more than them three, but the 9 really loves home, and the 9's home normally is adorned with big, comfortable, warm and inviting furniture and lovely and sensual art and a lot of natural light and you know, like I said, they got that fine china on the table and chandeliers popping off and everything. I mean, the 9's home truly is their castle, and they will spare no expense on making their home exactly the way that they want it to be. And they don't care. They'll spend their whole life savings, make sure their home is straight. The 9 really loves their home. The 9 is very, very idealistic, very, very idealistic. And the 9 has very, very, very strong character. And then lastly, interpersonally, and this one is hitting home right in between my eyes for me. The 9 should avoid habits of drink and wrong stimulation. I damn sure have had my run and fun of drink and wrong stimulation. And this when I put this together this afternoon, this morning, I was putting this together and that just kept flashing on me, and I did some more research, and yeah, I know that the 9 in me does not like alcohol, didn't like cocaine, didn't like methamphetamine, didn't like any of them pills, didn't like the mescaline, didn't like the acid, didn't like none of those wrong stimulation drugs that I willingly and sometimes repeatedly partook of back in another lifetime during this incarnation, though. So with that, any comments? Anybody? Any comments?
I just asked that you send it to me, please, because I'm just behind. I really want to look at this 9.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Victoria. You had something to say?
No, I can definitely attest to everything you just said. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. And still be battling my demons. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that. So,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, I know. Koki and Christina is right around the corner. If I go out there looking for them, I ain't fucking with Koki or Christina. I'm cool. Yeah,
Right.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
If I can't put a seed in some dirt and in 9 months it has some lovely results, I'm good. I am. I grow my own medicine. And
Right.
that's all I'm down for now. No more habits of drink and wrong stimulation. I haven't had wrong stimulation in so long. I stopped counting those. But the drink not so long, but long enough. But the 9 should avoid habits of drink and wrong stimulation, and that informed me of something today.
I love this 9.
Absolutely. So if there be nothing else, I'm thankful and grateful for everybody that showed up for the 9 today, and thankful and grateful that we made it through the initial portion of the 9. I want to give everybody a heads up. Go and figure your first, middle, and last names. Do them separately. First name, get your number, like 23 or 32, and then the 5, and then do your first, middle, and last name, add it all the way up together total. Don't reduce that, and then add up your first, middle, last name, and then reduce them down, because we're going to jump into the double digit numbers. So I'm going to start talking about the numbers that make up your name. So I gave the essence of 1 through 9, and everything's going to fall into the 1 through 9. However, somebody on here has a 23-5 first step, and I'm going to get into how the 2 and the 3, how they blend together, and how it affects that 5 energy and what that 5 energy looks like. So we're gonna go from 10-1 to 19-10-1. That'll be Thursday. And then every show after that the next show will go through the 20s, and then the 30s, then the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Because again, I've gone through 1 through 9 already. So, 10 is just a 1. It's a 1 with the power of the cosmos attached to it. So, I won't have to go that deep into each number. However, I know I will be stopping at certain numbers, because those numbers, whenever we get to a number of anyone that's on the call, we will go a little bit more in depth in it, because I want you to have a full understanding of what makes up the numbers in your name, so that you have a full understanding. And I want to teach everybody how to blend these numbers so that not only can you do it for your name, but you can do it for anybody else's name that you come across. And you can really get to the soul core of who you're really dealing with. Is that all right with everybody?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So come prepared Thursday with your first, middle, and last names broken down individually and then added up collectively. For instance, Mark Edward Pyle all the way across is a 66. So I want you to add up your names all the way across, and mine comes up to a 66, and then Mark is a 16, 7. Edward is a 28, 10, 1, and Pyle is a 22, 4. I want you to do your names just like that. Be prepared to, and if your names are anywhere between 10 and 19, be ready to talk about it. Be ready. All right. Okie dokie. So with
Thank
that,
you.
this has been On the Sevens with Pypheus B. Metatron. I am Pypheus B. Metatron. It's been my honor and our pleasure to be here. I want to tell everybody that we come around here to awaken, ascend, and expand. There are 88 steps into your mastered self. And if you stick around in here on your soul journey, somewhere along the way, your master self awaits you. I love each and every one of you. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm just saying bye for now. See you guys Thursday.
Thank you.
Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. See ya.